South Florida Broadcast Network is on the air. Welcome everybody to Miami-Dade College for today's game between the Broward College Seahawks and your home Miami-Dade College Sharks. Hello again everybody, I'm Jay Haybacht, along with my broadcast partner as usual, Mr. Justin Bresner. Justin, welcome.
Thanks, Jay. Should be a good one here. We got the perfect weather. Couldn't beat it. And this should be a decent matchup between Broward and Dade. We'll see what the Seahawks bring to Shark Stadium here.
The weather today, Justin, speaking of the weather, is, I don't even know if you're doing it as much of a service as we should, because it is utopian-like here today. It is 70 degrees, a beautiful breeze. Temperature will be dipping into the 60s today. No jacket needed. The sun is blazing, but I will tell you, it is absolutely perfect. And for the folks up in the Northeast and in the Northwest watching us today, I'm sure you're extremely jealous as you shovel snow out of your driveway and scrape ice off of your windshields. And we do feel sorry for you here, but we are enjoying our weather here in South Florida right now. Trust me when I tell you, when it comes to July and August, we will be in the reverse mode, as here in South Florida in July and August it will be in the mid-90s and you will be enjoying this type of weather. So we will enjoy it while we have it. And we will give you today's lineups for today's game. Broward College comes in under new head coach John Broderick, taking over for Ben Bezier from last season. Justin, we did several Broward College games also last season. We're well familiar with this club. Underperforming this year. They're 4-11 with a 2-4 record in conference. Miami-Dade College also this season, of course, under Danny Price, as they've been for many, many years. This season at a 12-10 record, 1-2 in the conference. For Broward College, it's going to be A.J. Hendricks leading off in center field, Nicholas San Marti hitting second and right field, Andrew Fernandez catching and hitting third, Jack Cawley playing first base, hitting fourth. He already has 3 home runs this season. Iosvani Castaneda hitting fifth and left field, Eddie Arteaga hitting sixth as the DH, Jesse De La Cruz hitting seventh, playing third base, Chase Ashby hitting eighth and playing second, Nico Montes playing short and hitting ninth. On the mound for Broward College is Zach Sprankle. On the mound for Miami-Dade College today is going to be Gabriel Figueroa.
Here come the Sharks. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
And now our national anthem.
That was not it.
Our friend Billy Abrams in the booth with us. And we are just about ready to play ball here at Miami-Dade College. Field in absolutely perfect condition, as it always is here, as ballpark maintenance does a tremendous job. Kevin Hardy and the boys work very, very hard on this field. It's going to be Gabriel Figueroa on the mound for Miami-Dade College. He has appeared in 6 games this season, 21 innings pitched, a 2-0 record, 1.29 ERA, 16 strikeouts against 2 walks, Justin, an 8-to-1 ratio. So what does that tell me, and what does that tell you? He throws a lot of strikes.
Doesn't walk a lot. Doesn't walk a lot of people.
And he's hard to hit. And of course, on the mound for Broward College is Zach Sprankle today. Zach Sprankle has appeared in 4 games, 13 innings pitched, a 4.85 ERA, 9 strikeouts against 6 walks. Figueroa, a tall right-handed pitcher wearing number 6 today. Standing about 6'1", 210 pounds. The lineup for Miami-Dade College today, a little bit of a change-up today, Justin. Michael Alisea not leading off today. And we're accustomed to Alisea leading off. It's going to be David Crawford leading off. Jose Bach hitting second. Michael Alisea third. Sujel Arias fourth. Christopher Borer fifth. Jared Pickle sixth. Juan Marcano 7. Matthew Stevens 8. And Randy Alansar 9th. And we are about ready for the first pitch. This is A.J. Hendricks for Broward College stepping in. He takes the first pitch low for a ball. And a lively dugout from Broward College. All of the players, Justin, for Broward College out on the fence. They are in this game early. I know this game means a lot to Broward College today.
Well, with only 4 wins on the season, this would be a big feather in their cap if they can get this win.
Fastball inside. It is a 2-0 count. That one hit hard down the right side, and it is just foul. Fastball pounded into the ground. This should get a good hop up and over to first, and he got him. Smooth play at shortstop.
Rafi Almanzar.
Yeah, Ralphie Almanzar looked very smooth on that one, Justin. He received the ball in his glove and got rid of it very quickly. Didn't need to make a hard throw over to first base. Just a quick one.
So Hendricks down pretty quickly. This brings up Nicholas Sanmarti, the right fielder, batting .279 on the season.
Another fastball, and that one fouled straight back. Another fastball, and that one fouled back. So going right after these hitters with the fastball. hit hard, but into the wind. That's not going to go anywhere, Justin.
No.
It didn't even leave the infield. It looked like it was hit pretty hard off of his bat, but didn't even leave the infield. And that is the second out of the inning. The wind howling from the outfield in here, so I don't even know if Giancarlo Stanton can hit a home run into this wind, especially to right field.
Yeah, it's coming in pretty good.
And we know how deep it is here to center field. It is very, very hard to get the ball out of here. The only home runs we've ever seen here, Justin, have been in the left field corner.
Correct. That is very correct. Yeah, center field is a monster out there. It says 410, but we've disputed that in the past.
Yeah, we had a long discussion with Steve Hertz in our last game about how deep center field is, and he was absolutely certain it's the 410 that is displayed. But I think Steve and I will go back and forth on that one. So Andrew Fernandez, now the batter for the Seahawks. And that one popped up. This one also will be an easy play. Ralphie Almanzar under it, and he makes the catch, and that will do it. Almanzar
retired the side.
Retired the side, exactly. I was just going to say.
This needs to be a ground ball situation here today with the wind the way it is.
Well, at the very least, a line drive situation. The last thing you want to do is get under the ball here. We are through 1/2 inning here at Miami-Dade College. Broward College 0, Miami-Dade coming to bat. You are watching the South Florida Broadcast Network. And Justin, we have had quite a busy week this week, as HSBN Live has been taking all of our time. We have been doing the Miami-Dade game of the week. This week we were at Marklight Stadium, and that was a lot of fun, watching Riviera Prep win their first ever district game. And then last night was absolute mayhem at Flanagan High School, as it was literally standing room only, a crowd unlike anything we've ever seen, other than maybe American Heritage. I don't know that we've ever seen a crowd like that. And we had quite the viewership, a very lively viewership, as people were texting in. And we invite all of you folks to do that as well, as our broadcast is interactive here in the South Florida Broadcast Network. So feel free to send us messages over YouTube, and we will read them on the air and respond accordingly. I know we do have an audience out there, and we'd like to talk to you. So for Miami-Dade College, it's going to be David Crawford leading off. That went in for a strike. Crawford hitting .333 on the season, fairly new at the leadoff position. That one missed. Zach Sprankle on the mound for Broward College. Slight in stature, Justin, but he has a lively fastball. That one low.
Just missed with that. That one's cracked to right field. That'll be foul though. Made some good contact with that one. Might want to pitch him a little different here.
Leadoff batter getting on is so critical. And that one low for a ball. And now the count is full at 3-2. I guarantee you Sprankle's going to come right at him here. He's no way he wants to walk the first batter of the game. And he doesn't.
Oh.
He throws it in the dirt. It's going to be Jose Bach, the right fielder, stepping in. Bach this season hitting .275. He's got 8 RBIs on the season. And that's the thing, you know, Miami-Dade College starts out lefty-lefty on you. And it's a tough way to start because you get that first runner on, and then the runner has to be held at first base. It creates this huge hole in between first and second for Bach to just put a ground ball in there. And there's a fastball in for a strike. Back to first, back in time. It is a bright, sunshiny day here at Miami-Dade College, and Kevin Long coming into the booth. Always nice to see Kevin, one of our good friends of the program. Kevin does a great job with the pitchers here at Miami-Dade.
Best thing to do is interview coaches before the game, okay, and post game. It works.
Big sweeping curveball, never was coming down. The count 2-1. This is going to be a good situation here for Bach. Bach can pick out any pitch he likes. He doesn't have to swing here, and if he does decide to swing, I guarantee you, Justin, he's going to pull the trigger hard here. Big lead at first base for Crawford. Popped up. This is going to be a hard play. The wind blowing it in and blowing it back, and
Dropped.
And it is dropped, and it is foul. Like we said, Justin, it was going to be a hard play. The left fielder for Broward College had to come a long, long way, and that was Castaneda. Was almost on top of the third base bag by the time he made contact with that ball. New lease on life here for Jose Bach. Bach looking to put the ball in that hole between first and second. Count 2-2. Snap throw to first, a low one, and he's back in time. Count now full, 3-2. And Justin, we know Danny Price very well, do we not?
We do.
Would you say that the runner would be in motion here? 3-2 with
I would.
no outs in the first inning.
I believe Price has given him that signal. We'll find out.
We saw a series of signs coming from Danny Price at third base. Runner
There he
is
goes.
on the move, and it's popped up right behind
Wow.
us. Justin, I'm also guessing he had eggs for breakfast.
And why is that, Jay?
It's just a guess. You know,
Okay.
I figured while we were guessing about Danny Price that we would talk about what he had for breakfast.
All right.
I figured we got it right that the runner was off with the pitch, so
Oh,
might as
checked
well
him there.
just keep guessing.
Runner's going again.
Struck him out, and here's
throw.
the throw him
He
out.
got him.
That is the problem when you send the runner, Justin, is if the runner does not make contact.
The batter, you mean?
Correct.
The
Thank you.
batter doesn't make contact. The runner.
Yeah, the runner. You don't
Just
want the
dead to
runner
rights.
making any contact
Right.
with anybody. if the batter doesn't make contact, it sometimes will leave that runner hanging out to dry, and that's what we saw there. So a strike him out, throw him out, double play, and we are now 2 outs here in the first inning. And it is Michael Alisea, who has been one of the hottest hitters for this Miami-Dade college team, hitting .299 on the season with 1 home run, 11 RBIs. He does lead the team in RBIs. And that one hit up the middle, shortstop over to first, and he got him. That will do it. Nico Montes scooped that one up and looked solid at shortstop and made the play. We are through 1 inning. No score here at Miami-Dade College. Broward Seahawks versus Miami-Dade College Sharks. You are watching the South Florida Broadcast Network. A fairly uneventful first inning for both pitchers. We'll see if we've got a pitcher's duel brewing here, as so far both pitchers have faced the minimum. You know, Justin, our last broadcast here was quite the barn burner, as Miami-Dade College ended up going 10 innings with Eastern Florida State.
The Titans did come out on top of that one.
Yeah, you know, it was a rough finish for the Sharks, although the Sharks had control of that game throughout most of the game. It was really one batter that sunk the ship for the Sharks. Tried to say that 5 times. As in the 10th inning, Eastern Florida State had loaded the bases, and Alejandro Rodriguez, Dylan Espinal had Stephen Lugo had come up with bases loaded and hit the leadoff batter, had hit a ball hard to center field, but it was dipping, and the Sharks center fielder David Crawford made a diving play instead of keeping the ball in front of him. Had he kept the ball in front of him, 2 runs would have scored, there's no doubt. But because he dove for it, it ended up being an inside the park grand slam home run, a very rare event. And the Sharks went on to lose that game, unfortunately. Here's Figueroa. First one is outside for a ball. We are glad you're watching today, folks, and it is a beautiful day here at Miami-Dade College. We are expecting a good ball game today, as Broward College comes into this game with a lot of motivation, Justin.
That one just came in at 89, according to our radar gun here.
Yeah, I spoke with Coach Kevin Long before the game, and he said to expect him in the upper 80s, lower 90s today.
89 again.
And that one dipping at the knees. That's a hard pitch to hit. If he hits that pitch, Justin, it doesn't go more than 8 feet. And there, that one does
Check
go 8
swing.
feet. And it gets by the pitcher, up and over to first, and he's safe at first.
Throws not in time.
I'll tell you, you know, it wasn't a hard hit ball. I thought Figueroa was going to have a chance at it, Justin, but he fell off to the wrong side of the rubber and had no chance of getting there. Rafael Mansar, who had made all of the previous plays for the Sharks, gave it his best effort, charged the ball, and threw on the run. But Cawley was able to beat it out for an infield hit. So the Sharks now with a runner at first base and no outs, and Yosvani Castaneda will come to bat. Castaneda hitting .386 on the season, has been one of the top hitters for the Seahawks this season. That one in for a strike. Slicing foul down the right side. Nub foul into the bench. Look out.
Struck him out.
He got him. That's a big out for Figueroa and the Sharks.
Here's Eddie Ortega, DH for the Seahawks.
Cawley not looking to steal here as his lead, only about 3-4 feet off of the bag. Going to bunt? No. Snap throw to first base, and he's going to be safe at first.
I'm going to say his name's Arteaga, not Artaga.
That is correct.
Arteaga.
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 That is correct. Arteaga. And folks, we see a lot of people watching online. Feel free to text in, and we will answer your questions on the air, or if you just have comments you would like to make, we will take them here at the South Florida Broadcast Network. We try to be very interactive with our show. We had a lot of interaction last night, Justin. That Flanagan game had an incredible amount of interaction with the fans. Big swing and a miss at that fastball, and you can see that riding fastball that he throws. Text line starting to be used. Not sure what.
Arteaga showing bunt here.
Yerson Mercedes saying game, game, game. I'm not sure what that means, but at least now people are getting the idea. Bigger lead at first base now for Cawley. Still not in any type of position to take a base, though. He is on the move. Here's the throw to second base. He's going to be safe at second. Alicea.
That got past him.
It got away so much so that Cawley's going to take third. Oh, boy, that is a two-base mistake there for Miami-Dade. As Cawley, not with much speed, but not only was able to get into second base, but on the throw, able to make his way into third base. And now Broward College with a great opportunity to get in that run, as they have Eddie Arteaga, the designated hitter, up with a runner at third base and only one out. Figueroa has two bases open here, Justin. I don't think he'll see anything to hit. On the ground, right at first base. It'll be an easy play.
And they'll hold the run.
And it's a big play for the Sharks. That play changes everything. Because now with two outs, the Sharks can play their infield back. They don't have to worry about the run scoring unless De La Cruz can get a hit.
He's batting .303 on the season, so I would say he's pretty decent with the bat. We'll find out. And he does have the shin guard.
Fear the shin guard. That shin guard looks pretty worn too, so he's been wearing it for a while, it looks like. He didn't just start wearing it, in other words.
No. Not a recent purchase. Oh, big swing. Wow.
You can hear Coach Price say to Michael Alicea behind the plate, block everything.
Yeah, they can't afford a wild pitch here.
Big swing at that one. And also, Justin, remember Michael Alicea is not the everyday catcher here. So Alicea is showing that he can play all different positions on the diamond. Last game we did, Alicea was at second base, and we've done games with Alicea in the outfield last year. So Alicea, a very versatile player.
Utility player, he would be called. That one's going to go foul down the right field line. Yeah, it never hurts your chances of getting playing time when you're a utility player, as you can cover for many people should the situation arise.
Well, Nico Martinez was the catcher in our last game, and he is not in the lineup today, so look for Martinez to come off the bench at some point for Miami-Dade College today, as he is one of their main players, and that one also out of play. Martinez has appeared in almost all of the games for Miami-Dade this season, so I would assume, Justin, he'll be the first player off the bench today when Coach Price needs a bat. Jared Bickle playing second base today instead of Alicea, and Bickle was not inserted in the lineup last game.
Hole. Third baseman's going to take
up and over to first. He got him, and that will do it. So a nice play by Sujal Arias. And Broward College strands a runner at third base after getting him there with only one out.
Hello.
Juan Miguel Anderson says, "Vamos, bebo boy, a ti." And we are getting many messages in Spanish, so I don't want to pretend to know more Spanish than I do. I already interviewed El Duque on the air last week, and I was glad to be able to do that. Jason Mercedes says, La gente de las terrenas se están reportando. So we're gonna keep reading everybody's messages on the air as long as they stay clean. Remember, folks, keep it clean. We are through 1.5 innings here at Miami-Dade College. There is no score. Broward College Seahawks and Miami-Dade College Sharks. Zach Sprankle set for his 2nd inning of work. Sprankle this season in 13 innings pitched has a 0-0 record, a 4.85 ERA, 9 strikeouts against 6 walks, Justin, and that's not the type of numbers you're looking for if you're Coach John Broderick.
No, it sure isn't.
John Broderick, of course, taking over for Ben Bezier, friend of the program last year. Ben Bezier, of course, now has moved on to greener pastures, literally.
So Suhel Arias, the 3rd baseman
Big
for the
swing at
Sharks.
that one. Ben Bezier, of course, has moved on to Florida Southwestern College, where he's taken over the program there and doing a great job up there. Spoke to Ben a few times in the last few months. Good curveball. He struck him out. Sprankle sprinkled in a nice curveball there. Is Sprankle the past of Sprinkle, Justin?
I'm not sure there is a pass.
Did he sprinkle that curveball?
He might have. I'm not sure there's a pass for Sprinkle, though.
Well,
Sprinkled.
think, you know, if something is sprinkled on something, but you had
Right.
sprinkled it earlier.
Maybe it's sprinkled. Maybe. Could be. This
Or-
is Chris Borer.
Or even more for the English majors out there, if he had sprinkled it. And
Had
is
previously
that a
sprinkled
past
it.
progressive?
It could be.
I hope my wife is watching, because of course my wife was an English major and has a master's in English, a former adjunct professor at FIU, and I hope she's watching. Maybe she can let us know if Zach sprinkled that curveball. That one hit hard but foul.
Right at the Miami-Dade bench.
For the sake of this game, Justin, I'm going to say he sprinkled it,
Okay.
and only because it is
Ah.
coming out of the arm of Sprankle. So we can use that as a verb, can't we?
I think we would have to use it as a verb.
Can't
yeah.
we take that and...
I think we would have to.
Another curveball.
Just missed with that one. Sprankle 2 strikeouts and a walk so far today. Again chopped
This has been
towards the Miami-Dade bench.
a many pitch at bat. We need Matt Bird to keep our pitch count. We hope Matt is watching.
I was explaining earlier the difference between college and the high school games that we do. The high school teams might only have 1, 2, maybe 3 pitchers that are available,
Right.
whereas I see the rosters here. I think it's 8 for one team and 12 for the other. Oh, hit him.
That one did hit him.
So Borer takes it on the back of the shoulder, it looked like.
I was going to say he took it on the chin, but I think if he took it on the chin,
He
we
wouldn't
might,
be, yeah, he'd be on the ground, I think.
we might see a different reaction if he took it on the
no,
chin.
I think he took it on the
Well,
shoulder.
he did take it on the chin, even though he took it on the shoulder.
So Borer gets hit by a pitch and gives the Sharks their first base runner. I'm sorry, second base runner.
We're going to have our audience dizzy by the end of the game, Justin, at this rate.
This is Jared Bickle, the second baseman, with 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the second.
That one hit hard, but fouled on the left side. Miami-Dade batters starting to catch up to Sprankle.
Someone texted for you. It's gone.
Oh, on the. Candace Long is watching today, Kevin Long's wife, and we are so glad, Candace, you can be watching us today. Big curveball in for a strike there. Yeah, Candace, when I spoke with Coach Long today, he had mentioned that you were very good at watching the games and dissecting the action, so I'm looking forward to your commentary on the text line today. We're expecting big things from you.
That is short.
Hit softly to short. It's going to be a hard double play, and they will not get it.
They will not get it. However, Boer does not make it to second.
They do let the lead runner, does Broward College. It'll go as a fielder's choice, 6-4. And Jared Bickle will replace Christian Boer at first base with 2 outs. And now Juan Marcano, the designated hitter, comes up, number 43. Marcano has not, and now it looks like we have a substitution before his first ever at bat. So Pablo Gonzalez, hitting .261 this season in 10 games, will take the at bat from Marcano.
Oh, okay.
Well, Juan Marcano almost got to hit. What was the story in Field of Dreams where the player almost got to bat? It was the doctor.
I vaguely recall that.
That one popped up out of play. I'll tell you, Justin, this wind is a huge factor here today, as we've seen it in many of the games we've done here. But you know, the thing about Miami-Dade College is it's such a wide open space here. There aren't a lot of trees blocking the wind that comes from the east here.
No, there's not.
And the wind always comes in from right field here, which is from the east. Big swing and a miss. He wanted that high fastball. Count 1 and 2 with 2 outs. Curveball pounded into the ground foul.
71.
That curveball came in at 71 miles an hour from Zach Sprankle. Sprankle, one of those pitchers, Justin, that keeps you off balance. He doesn't want you getting comfortable. He doesn't want you setting your feet. He doesn't want you sitting on any pitches. He doesn't want you sitting on any location. He wants you all twisted and turned in that batter's box. Snap throw to first, back in time, is Jared Bickle.
Pops that one
Pop
up.
out. It's always an adventure with these pop-ups.
We played by the second
And he
baseman
makes
with
the
ease.
catch. That'll do it. So Miami-Dade College goes down quietly.
Yeah, Chase
second
Ashby
inning.
didn't have any problems catching that one. That hung up in the wind. And
But you know, it's always an adventure, Justin,
Easy.
because when the backspin and the wind start combining with each other, usually the ball starts dancing up there. But you're right, he had no problems with that one. We go to the top of the third inning. No score here at Miami-Dade College. Broward College Seahawks 0, Miami-Dade College Sharks 0.
And starting it off for the Seahawks will be the aforementioned Chase Ashby, batting .379 on the season.
So, again, Candy Long chiming in on the text line, and we thank you for doing so, Candy. We'll look forward to those all game. Candy mentions that when Fred Burnside was at Southridge, and we of course know Fred Burnside from South Dade High School, that Candy used to keep score and run the stats and do his press releases. So Candy, we're glad that you can be a part of our broadcast. Candy also says what we're saying, which is got to stop hitting it up, get it on the ground. And Candy, if you were listening in the beginning of our broadcast, we actually made that point after the first two batters popped the ball up in the air, because with this wind, it is going to be impossible to get the ball anywhere. It's going to be hard, Justin, just to get it to the outfielders today, nonetheless. Correct. Over their heads. That is correct. Unless you hit it in the left field corner. If you hit it in the left field corner, you can hit a home run today. You have about a 30-foot area from the fair pole in left field until about the black sign. If you can see it on your screen, folks, there's a black sign that says
Khalil Architects.
Khalil Architects. So the Khalil Architects sign is about as far to the center field side that you want to hit it if you're going to get the ball out of here. If you try to hit it to the right side where the Pro Grounds sign is, you will be lucky to get it even to the outfielder.
Well, these balls are hanging up and staying just on the
Well, I figured
dirt.
This is a good excuse to start talking about the sponsors here at Miami-Dade. We might as well mention Roasters and Toasters out in right center field, and Louisville Slugger and New Balance.
Yeah. Gatsby's.
Next Gen.
Not sure Gatsby's is around anymore.
That sign does look a little old, Justin. But if you're still there, Gatsby's, we got you.
Yeah.
Oh, that one almost hit him, but look at the movement on that curveball. That one almost hit him as well. Figueroa losing a bit of his command here. Chase Ashby this season hitting .379. High average for a number 8 hole hitter. Nico Montes on deck also hitting .333, so very high averages from the bottom hitters. And another one popped up. This also will be an easy play, and Sujel Arias makes the play again. Arias has been busy at third base as well. Nico Montes now, left-handed hitting number 9 hitter. And this is where we get some of our most exciting at-bats. Is from the number 9 hole hitter, also wearing an ankle brace today. Broward College wearing their navy road jerseys today.
Left that one outside.
With the gray pants. Miami-Dade, of course, wearing their home all whites with the blue logo and blue numbers. Fakes a bunt and takes it low, 2-0.
Missed low and outside with that one.
Yeah, and, you know, Justin, Candy also makes the point that, you know, we want our pitchers giving up those pop-ups because those are easy outs. And, you know, that doesn't put too much pressure on your fielders. You don't have to make any throws that way. And Figueroa would do well to keep the ball up today. You know, usually we tell pitchers keep it down, keep it down.
Right.
But today might be a day to keep it up. And
Walked
that
him.
one in for a strike.
Oh, he caught it.
It was
Wow.
3-0. It was 3-0, and that would have been ball 4, but it somehow caught the outer black of the plate there.
Yeah, it looked a little outside to me, but I'm not umping the game.
And we're
so
not
I'm gonna have to
arguing,
say-
Justin.
No, I'm going to say he caught the outside if that's what it was
Yeah,
called.
we are not
That's what
arguing.
it was called.
Big swing and a
Big
miss.
swing.
So
Got him there.
now Figueroa right
Woken
back
up.
in the game here. You know, it's hard as a pitcher to get out of the mindset of keeping the ball down. You know, usually you're taught from an early age, keep it down, and now we don't want that. In for
Got him.
strike 3.
Wow.
He struck him out. Figueroa comes all the way back from 3-0 and gets Montes looking. That'll bring up A.J. Hendricks, grounded to short in the first inning,
To lead off the game.
keeping Rafael Mansar busy, who made the first 3 putouts for Miami-Dade, or was involved in the first 3 putouts. It is 0-0 here in the top of the third. Broward College and Miami-Dade College. 2 outs for Broward College. No runners on. Gabby Figueroa on the mound. That one roped to right field, but hooking way foul. A nice hit if you're on a cricket match. That one low. You know, I got to say, Justin, I'm really impressed with Michael Alicea behind the plate. We haven't seen him catch before. We've done several Miami-Dade College games. This is the first time we've seen Alicea catch, and he has been very, very impressive back there.
I wonder if they're just trying something new or if he was pressed into action today.
Well, we can get our spotter Emilio to ask that question. That's a beautiful breaking
Nice
pitch
pitch.
in for a strike. You know, like
Got him.
Emilio.
That did it. So Hendricks goes down looking. We head to the bottom of the third with no score.
We have a great old-fashioned pitcher's duel here as Zach Sprankle doing it much differently than Gabby Figueroa, Justin. You know, it shows you there's many ways to pitch out there.
Absolutely, both
And-
are effective.
You know, it's really unfortunate. You know, we talked about in our last broadcast here with Steve Hertz how the major leagues now won't even look at you unless you throw 93 miles an hour. And the Zach Sprankles of the world, very effective pitchers, are going away. It's really unfortunate. You know, we see Kyle Hendricks for the Cubs be very, very effective, and he can't even reach 90 miles an hour on the gun.
Yeah. But again, he's got to have a good team behind him because he averages, I think, barely over 100 strikeouts a season usually. But he will get a bunch of wins as long as he's keeping the balls on the ground or way up in the air.
Well, if you have major league fielding behind you, it would stand to reason that, you know, the errors would be limited. You know, as you go up in competition, Or let's even do it in reverse. As you go down in competition from the major leagues, let's go one by one. You've got AAA, where major leaguers do their rehab. You've got AA, where the stars of tomorrow play today. You've got Single A, where the professional players are working their craft, getting better at what they do. You've got Rookie Ball for the guys that are just starting professional baseball. And then even below that, you have the independent leagues. You've got the Frontier League, the Pecos League, the Can-Am League. You've got all these independent leagues out there that guys are trying to raise up into affiliated ball. So if you look at all the different levels of baseball, each level is going to have a raise in competition all the way around. Better hitters, better fielders, better pitchers. So it would stand to reason.
It would, except we live in Miami and we have the Marlins.
Going back, and he's going to be in the gap. It's going to be a double.
Push for a double. Matthew Stevens.
He got a hold of that one, Justin, even into the wind. And I got to tell you, Justin, we kind of caught a break there because the wind died down for just a second.
It was a very nice play.
So we found out, we sent our spotter Emilio out to talk with Coach Price and the coaching staff. And Justin, just a flat out coach's choice today. So nothing wrong with Nico Martinez. So we're glad to hear that Nico Martinez is fine and healthy. But, you know, sometimes you change it up. You know, it just depends on who your competition is. Sometimes one hitter will do better against a certain pitcher. Whatever the matchup is, you know, Coach Price presses the right buttons. So who are we to question that?
Well, here's the busiest guy in the field today, Rafi Almanzar.
Going to bunt and taking a strike is Rafael Mansar. Mansar hitting 286 this season, and of course, as the number 9 hitter, has some of the most exciting at-bats that we know.
Plays the bunt. Nope.
Runner goes, and there's nobody home. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Stevens easily takes third.
The crafty Coach Price gets an easy stolen base without having to lay the ball down, and now there's a runner at third with no outs, Justin. Look at that. That's how you do it right there. The thing is, Jesse De La Cruz at third base was coming in for the bunt, and once Rafael Mansar pulled the bat back, there was nobody home. Third base was wide open. Matthew Stevens cruised in jogging. It didn't even look like he was running to third. There was nobody there. And now Almanzar with a chance to bring home the first run of this game. And Justin, as you know, when you take that lid off the basket, it changes the whole mechanics of the game. A 0-0 game is much different than a 1-0 game. Even though it's only one run, it does change the momentum and the strategy. That one almost hit him.
Almost got him.
I think some of his players are telling him to wear that one because it was a slow curveball. Wasn't going to hurt him too bad. Candy says, shark attack. Got to smell blood in the water. Take advantage. Got to score. Get it done.
Missed outside again with that one.
We're with you, Candy. That's how we feel. The Sharks are smelling blood in the water.
Full count now.
Pounds that into the ground, foul.
Nothing.
Almanzar can get
Staying
this
alive.
run home almost any possible way. The only 3 ways that he cannot get this run home are a strikeout, a pop-up, or a ground ball to the corners.
Or a walk.
Well, a walk is fine, Justin. Thanks, Captain Obvious.
I'm just letting you know.
Thanks,
That's another
Captain
way
Obvious.
he could not get a run across. And it's a full count here.
Hit to third base,
It's
and that's going to be
down.
down the line. It's going to be a base hit. This is going to score the first run of the game. Matthew Stevens scores
pushing for
on his way
second.
to second, and he's going
got
to be safe
got
at
it.
second. Rafael Mansar with an RBI double. You can hear Coach Price say, good job all the way from our position.
2 nice doubles in a row for the Sharks.
And if I wasn't broadcasting, I'd be saying good job too. Well, maybe I'll say it anyways. Good job, boys. I'm just not saying it as loud as I may have said it as a fan.
Back to the top of the order with David Crawford. Crawford walked in the first and was thrown out, stealing second.
Oh, it feels so much better to have the lead, doesn't it, Justin? I felt a weight just lifted off my back there.
We got a long way to go.
Well, that's also the problem we had last game, is we got the lead, we got the weight off our back, and then late in the game, we had victory taken away from us. Big lead at second base, but I don't think he's going anywhere. A bunt attempt. And he did a slash! Unbelievable! Or a butcher boy, as it were. So Steve Hertz, we hope you're watching because you got your slash. And the runner gets to third. Rafael Mansar gets to third. He did his job. I mean, that's as good as a bunt right there, Justin. It doesn't count as a bunt, and it will count against his batting average, unfortunately, but the job done was the same job.
Correct.
And getting high fives all around in the dugout for his job there
Jose
is
Bach in
David
his second
Crawford.
at bat. He
David
struck
Crawford,
out.
I think, got a high five from every single player on the bench there. So now a runner at third with no outs. Curveball, low and inside for a ball. Jose Bach struck out in the first. Hitting .275 this season with 8 RBIs. The wind picking up again. Big swing at the changeup. Miami-Dade finally starting to get to Zach Sprankle.
Sharks bench coming alive over there by the dugout. Now standing as well as the Seahawks.
Curveball, beautiful curveball
one
from
in.
Sprankle. Well, we'll see. We'll see how crafty Sprankle is here because Miami-Dade has put up 1 run, but they're in position to put up at least 1 more, and we'll see if Sprankle can get out of this one. Curveball hit hard, but foul. Candy Long says one of the reasons Miami-Dade College loses those games late is we lose our intensity. And, you know, you got to keep the intensity for 27 outs. There's a reason there are 27 outs. Not 26, not 22. That one hit on the ground. This is going to score a run. Miami-Dade College gets the second run of the inning. Another 4-3 put out, but also another run. So Miami-Dade College now leads 2-0 over Broward College. 2 doubles lead to 2 runs here in the third inning. A double by Matt Stevens, a double by Rafael Mansar, and now, after 2 groundouts by David Crawford and Jose Bach, Miami-Dade College leads 2-0.
And here is Michael Alicea, his second at bat.
It is a gorgeous day here at Miami-Dade College, and we are so glad you're with us. And that one hit hard to right field. Going back, it's over his head. Alicea around first on his way to second, and he will stay at second base. Michael Alicea, Again, he waited for the wind to stop, Justin. I don't know how these Miami-Dade hitters are getting the ball over the head of these Broward College outfielders, but Michael Alicea hits the third double of the inning. And now the Sharks in position to score a third run this inning with 2 outs. It'll be Sujal Arias, struck out in the second. In the dirt. Sprankle has thrown a lot of pitches this inning. We need Matt Bird to give us an actual count. That one in for a strike.
Outside wild.
Sprankle better cover home because Alicea is not the type to stop at third. As we saw last season, Justin, in one of the games we did, which was incidentally against Broward College, on an infield hit, Miami-Dade College scored from second base, which is something me and you had never seen before. So now Alicea at third base with 2 outs. Not a huge difference, but now we know on any hit that Alicea will in fact score. That one pounded into the ground. There's going to be a hard play into the hole at short, over to first. He's going to be safe at first, and it gets home the third run of the game, which is exactly what I just said, Justin. An infield hit scores Michael Alicea from third base, so the wild pitch did come into play there.
Yes, it did.
Miami-Dade College now lead 3-0. It has been an excellent inning for the Sharks. 3 doubles have led to 3 runs. Big sweeping curveball from Sprankle in for a strike. And now Arias at first base with the infield hit with a huge lead over there. I got to tell you, Justin, I think he's got to be stealing. Another curveball, and that one, where did that one miss?
Not sure.
Looked like a
maybe
belt
getting a little
tie.
rattled here. This is the 7th batter of the inning.
Looked like a belt tie pitch right in the middle of the plate. But I'm not arguing. Hit hard to left field. That's going to be a base hit. Miami-Dade College spins the wheels around this inning. Christopher Borer with a sharp base hit into left field. This will be the 8th batter of the inning, and that will bring out the head coach, John Broderick. And we'll see what Broderick has to say to Zach Sprankle, because this game's starting to get out of control for them, Justin.
It is. That's 3 runs this inning.
I would much prefer for Sprankle to stay in personally, because we want to see Miami-Dade score as many runs as possible. But if you're along the lines of Broward College, and remember, Justin, we've done our share of Broward College games as well. Even though we are today homers for Miami-Dade College, there could come a time where the South Florida Broadcast Network's also doing games for Broward College, so we want to keep that in mind here as well. And we will be giving a slanted Miami-Dade College broadcast today, as we always do here at Miami-Dade, but we want to make sure our audience knows that we also have some allegiance to Broward College as well. And that one hit hard to right field, going back, and he makes the catch, and that will do it. But the damage is done. Miami-Dade College puts up 3 big runs after 3 innings complete. Miami-Dade College leads Broward College 3-0. You are watching Miami-Dade College Sharks baseball on the South Florida Broadcast Network. Well, Justin, this is how we have fun. Sitting on a nice 3-0 lead on a beautiful day here at Miami-Dade. And we'd like to let our fans know, as we have a break in the action here, that we have some new equipment on the way. Tomorrow, we will be receiving new equipment, and our game here on Saturday may have a different look to it. We're not sure if we'll be able to get our equipment tested in time for our game here Saturday, but we will be right back here on Saturday for Miami-Dade College versus Broward College round 2. It'll actually be round 3, Justin, because in between, on Friday, these 2 teams will also meet at Broward College. So today being Wednesday, March 6th, game today, both teams are off tomorrow, Thursday. On Friday, the teams meet in Broward. On Saturday, they come right back here to Miami-Dade. So 3 games in 4 days between these 2 teams.
Well, Broward's going to need to try to get some more base runners here. They've had 1 so far today. This is Nicholas Sanmardi, right fielder.
Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. That's a hard pitch to swing at, or in this case, bunt at.
Yeah, he shows bunt there. Kind of bizarre, but
yeah, you know, I wouldn't expect that in this situation, Justin. I think they're just trying to rattle Figueroa. Pounded into the ground foul. Our viewership's starting to rise here, as we're glad all of you can join us today. Candy Long has been with us on the text line. I'm Jay Hayback along with Justin Bresner. Steve Hertz, our typical 3rd man in the booth, is away on vacation and will be back next game with us. That one hits a right field. This should be an easy play. Right at him, and he makes the catch. Jose Bach didn't have to move there, Justin. It was hit right at him.
right at him.
And the wind had died down, so had he gotten a hold of that one a little bit more, we could have seen a little action there. But Sanmardi goes down F9 in the book.
Andrew Fernandez now at the plate, the catcher for the Seahawks.
Fernandez, one of the victims in the 1st inning of Rafael Mansar. And again, pops it up.
Heads up, heads up.
That's coming at us.
Heads up.
You can hear Danny Price saying the catcher gets that. Michael Alisea shaking his head. Fastball left up. Broward College in some trouble here, down 3-0. We are in the top of the 4th inning. Big swing and a miss at that slider. Look at the explosion of that pitch, the late breaking movement on Gabby Figueroa. He has been as advertised today, Justin. And we do have scouts here today.
We do?
Curveball
just missed on the inside there. Count now 2-2 to Fernandez.
Julio Franco from the A's, not the player, but the scout, is here today. And that one hit him.
That hit him. I'll take first on that. And here comes Cawley, who's literally the only base runner up to this point here, prior to Fernandez being hit by a pitch. And he had a very nice single in the second, and then stole a base. Reached third on a throwing error, and then was stranded. But he has done the best for the Seahawks at the plate so far today.
Popped up. There will be a play on this.
No, there
will not. You know, Bauer, who had a great defensive game last game we were here, Justin, just could not read the ball there.
No. Well, I mean, we don't have a cloud in the sky, nothing. So I'm sure it wasn't easy for him to pick up. Yep.
Fastball coming in at 90 miles an hour, in for a strike. We have the radar gun right here, folks, so we'll try to give you some of the pitch speed as they come in. Another fastball. In for strike 3 at the knees. He struck him out. Oh, that's an impossible pitch to hit, Justin. How are you going to hit that?
I don't know. Cawley didn't agree with it. I do know that. Shaking his head as he walks off, but nonetheless.
Well, Cawley, remember, had the only hit of the game for Broward College.
Correct.
So, you know, if anybody had a chance of hitting Figueroa, it was going to be Cawley.
Yosvani Castaneda, his second at bat. He struck out swinging in the second.
Fastball in for a strike. Figueroa looking sharp right now. He is in his zone.
Oh. He got hit.
Did he?
Yes, he did. He got hit in the hand with that one. So
2 hit batters in the inning.
Yeah, he did get hit in the hand.
Some arguing going on between the coaching staff of Miami-Dade and the home plate umpire.
So Eddie Arteaga steps back up to the plate, the DH. He cracked it to first earlier and was put out easily. See if he can find a gap here for the Seahawks, as there are 2 on and 2 out.
Curveball in for a strike. That's a pretty curveball, Justin. It gives the hitter the appearance that there's no chance of it being a strike, and then
It
this
curls in.
late breaking sharp movement. Runners at first and second with 2 outs here In the top of the 4th inning, Miami-Dade College leading 3-0. Coming into this game, Broward College looking to topple Miami-Dade College, coming in with a record of 4-11.
Right
and
to the
that
right
one
fielder.
hit hard, but right again, right at the right fielder, Jose Bach. And that will
the
do
threat
it.
has been eliminated.
So in that inning, Justin, we had 2 flyouts to right field, 2 hit batters, and a strikeout.
Correct. And it all didn't amount to any runs on the board for the Seahawks.
No,
though.
which is most important. But now we see why the pitcher for Miami-Dade College, Figueroa, has such a low ratio or a high ratio of strikeouts to walks, because he doesn't walk anyone, he just hits them.
Right. We'll see how long they stick with Sprankle here. See if he can settle down after the last inning.
Because if you look at the strikeout to walk ratio today, Figueroa has 4 strikeouts and no walks, but he has 2 hit batters, which technically count in that same area as a walk, but
It does put a runner on the base, but not technically a walk. And especially the second hit batsman, it clipped his hand.
well, other than those 2 hit batters, Figueroa has been flawless today. He has thrown a great game and has put Broward College really on the backs of their heels. Because you can see the body language of Broward College now compared to when the game started is a complete 180.
Absolutely. That's 5 hits to 1 is what we're looking at here. And the last inning was the worst one for Sprankle. So I would say if he doesn't settle down and doesn't get things going quickly here, he may be replaced.
I don't know if that's really what Coach Broderick wants to do here. Is I think he wants Sprankle to eat some innings for him. I don't think he wants to get into his bullpen this quickly.
He may not have a choice. Sprankle faced 3, then 4, and then 8. So the question is, does he drop it back down in the 3-4 range, or is Miami-Dade batting around? And we're about to find out.
We are steadily increasing our viewers online today. And once again, folks, we are very excited to announce that we will be improving our equipment here on the South Florida Broadcast Network coming up soon. Curveball hit hard in the hole. That's going to be a
Gonzalez puts
base
that
hit.
one down. Nice hit for Gonzalez. So another quick start for the Sharks.
Gonzalez, remember, wasn't even in the starting lineup today, but
Correct.
but didn't miss an at bat. That's
No.
a rare one for me, because to not be in the starting lineup and still get to hit in the first inning. Well, excuse me, the second inning. But he didn't miss an at bat. And with that hit, he looks back at the dugout and says, "Hey, make sure, don't forget about me. I can hit too."
So Matthew Stevens.
And that one hit hard in the gap. This is going to get down for a double.
Nope.
No,
Play
it
is
will
made out.
not. Are
By the
you
right
kidding
fielder.
me? Oh boy, I got to tell you, San Marty for Broward College went a long, long way to get that ball. That was trouble all over it, and probably would have scored Gonzalez from first base. But instead, it's just a loud out.
Here's Rafi Almanzar again.
Gonzalez had to go all the way back to first base. Fastball outside.
so quick.
Yeah. 77.
That was a changeup at 77 miles an hour.
I think it's the same battery. I think it's the same battery. That's why it goes like that.
Could be right.
And although we don't have a player of the game here at the college level, right now it would be Rafi Almanzar with his stellar outs that he's made in the field, as well as his RBI double that he had last inning.
It has been all Sharks today as Gabby Figueroa has shut down this Broward College offense, and Miami-Dade College put up a 3-spot in the 3rd inning.
Stevens checked back to first.
And Justin, in that inning, Miami-Dade College had 3 doubles and 2 singles. It was a huge, huge output inning for Miami-Dade College. Doubles by Stevens, Almanzar, and Alicea in that inning. Almost had a double here as Matthew Stevens.
Ooh, that's in for a strike.
Matthew Stevens, Justin, almost had 2 doubles today in that 8th slot.
Almost.
Is 8 the new 9?
No.
Okay, I'm just checking.
That would have to happen another 9 or 10 times for it to
For those of you
challenge.
new to our broadcast, the number 9 hitter is always the most exciting at bats that we get. And he goes down to get that one, hits it to short, over to second for 1, back to first, a double play. That will do it. Nice looking double play from Broward College, and Rafael Almanzar hits into a double play, 6-4 to 3. Sprankle faces the minimum in that inning.
And that was the question beforehand. Was it going to be another 3 or 4 batter inning, or another, round the team inning?
Justin, we could have just as easily seen an inning like we just had in the 3rd inning.
Stevens' ball could have gotten down in the outfield there, and it would have been a whole different story.
If the wind isn't blowing in at, 15, 20 miles an hour, I'm sure that ball goes up against the fence. Because even as it was, the right fielder for Broward College, San Marty, had his heels on the warning track. So Figueroa will come out for his 5th inning of work. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Miami-Dade College leading Broward College 3-0. You are watching Miami-Dade College Sharks baseball on the South Florida Broadcast Network. Figueroa has been fairly consistent with his fastball, ranging at about 88 to 90 miles an hour. And it's a lively fastball too, Justin, because it's one thing to throw hard, but Figueroa is very wiry with his frame and hard to pick up the ball.
Well, he's been on it so far today. We'll see if he continues to do so. Jesse Dela Cruz back at the plate.
We'll be here. We're watching. And don't forget also. And that one hit into the ground. Almanzar over to first, and Bower stretched, but he could not come up with it clean. See Candy. Candy giving comments, so you can do that, and then I'll answer you on the air. So you can say.
That's what you keep saying.
Good attempt by Borer, but he just couldn't keep that foot on the bag.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's how you get your name.
I'm just here live.
Well, we're glad that you are.
I'm glad that you're here.
Thank you.
Chase Ashby back at the plate now. The second baseman for the Seahawks.
Justin, that was not ruled an error, so an infield
Right, I was looking
hit,
on the board before I put it down.
Yeah, it'll go as an infield hit for De La Cruz. Fouled straight back off of Alicea's mask. Ashby popped up to Arias at third base back in the third inning. One of the many pop-ups we've seen from Broward College today. Snap throw to first. Oh, and he had him leading, Justin. I think he had ideas over there. I think De La Cruz was giving some thought, and he still has the tag on him. He still has the tag on him. Boy, I'll tell you, Bower held that tag on him for a good 20 seconds. Curveball. Look at that curveball. When he comes in, Justin, with that 3/4 arm slot as a right-handed hitter and throws that curveball, it is almost impossible to pick that ball up. And even harder to hit it. We haven't heard from Candy Long in a while. Hopefully Candy's still watching. There's another one. What a pitch. In for strike 3. He struck him out. That 3/4 curveball that he's throwing is so hard for Broward College to pick up. And then you mix that in with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, and there's no way to sit on any of the pitches.
So Nico Montes getting his second at bat for the Seahawks. He struck out looking in the third.
That one hit
There's a
hard,
shot
but right at the
straight
second baseman.
Wow.
Nico Montes lines out.
Yeah, Jared Bickle didn't even have to move.
Yeah,
that ball was right at
But
him.
I'll tell you, Bickle had reacted to get it back to first base. He almost had a double play.
Time called. So the Sharks will talk about something here.
Fastball on the outside part of the plate, and he is carving up this Broward College Seahawks team.
Yeah, they cannot get a beat on these pitches.
Well, he's just locating them all so well. Hard to pick up the pitches. Hard to hit against that velocity. Snap throw to first. Back in time, not his best move.
He only has one swinging strikeout on the day. He's catching these guys so they can't even think about swinging on it. To them, it's going to be nowhere near, and then it just makes that cut at the end. So 4 looking strikes so far to 1 swinging. They are thinking heavily about De La Cruz there at first, though, giving him lots of attention.
Working a little slower now is Figueroa, and he throws the same pitch on the outside part of the plate. Rinse and repeat, says Figueroa. Figueroa has been very, very impressive, Justin.
Oh, indeed he has.
You know, he's reminding me of
Giving up 2
Yusniel
hits.
Padron that we watched last season.
He's giving up 2 hits on the day.
We had done several games last season here with Yusniel Padron, who was a one and done. And
Yes.
Figueroa is reminding me a lot of Padron, not necessarily in the velocity, but in the variety and in the control. Runner goes. Here's the
That
throw to
was it,
second base.
86.
Alicea. Oh, it is there in time. He got him. He got him by a step and a half. Nice throw by Alicea, and that will do it. Broward College goes down 1-2-3, albeit unconventionally. Another 0 on the board for Broward College. Another 0 for Gabby Figueroa. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Miami-Dade College. Miami-Dade College leading the Broward College Seahawks 3-0. You are watching Miami-Dade College Sharks baseball on the South Florida Broadcast Network, and we have a new pitcher.
Which is surprising, as Sprinkle seemed to have put it back together in the last inning. But nonetheless, let's see who this guy is. Get that information to you as soon as possible. Here's he is, number 20. I believe this is Angel Rodriguez coming in for the Seahawks.
So Rodriguez
Yes.
this season in 13 2/3 innings has a 3.29 ERA, 0-0 record. 9 strikeouts against 4 walks, Justin. So plus 2-to-1 ratio, strikeouts to walks. Several left-handed hitters in the Miami-Dade lineup, so we'll see what the different look will show. And he has almost a slinging motion here as he brings the ball back behind his body and slings it towards home plate. An interesting windup.
We're back at the top of the order with David Crawford.
And Crawford just waves at that curveball. Popped up right behind us. Viewership still rising on our broadcast. We're glad that all of you can join us today. Miami-Dade College leading 3-0 over Broward College here in the bottom of the 5th, and that one pounded onto the ground, foul. Nice play
Nice
at
catch
first
there.
base over there. Looks like Coach Mo over at first base. Is that Coach Mo at first? And he waves
Whoa.
at that one. Look at the curveball there. Nice looking curveball. Angel Rodriguez pulled the
Solid
string
start.
on that one.
As Crawford goes down swinging, and Jose Bach now stepping up to the plate.
You know, I'm noticing, Justin, this lefty for Broward College is tough on left-handed hitters. That's a tough curveball to try to hit. Angel Rodriguez has a little unorthodox motion going here and an interesting delivery. See if the Miami-Dade hitters can get a beat on him.
It's way
Fastball
outside.
or a changeup came in at 74 miles an hour. Hard to tell if that was his fastball. Another fastball
Wow.
at 74, and that one hit in the
That's
left
in.
field. That's gonna be a base hit.
Nice knock for Bach.
Oh yeah,
And the Sharks now have a runner.
Are you sure you didn't get hit by a rock?
I'm sure I did not. So Sharks back in business. Michael Alisea back up. Had a nice double in the third and came around to score.
You know, and one thing I just noticed, Justin, Bach is a switch hitter because he hit that one right-handed. And he was left-handed in his first 2 at-bats against the right-handed pitcher. So Jose Bach, a switch hitter, and that can be a massive weapon.
It can. Anytime you can change from one side to the other based on the pitching matchup.
Well, especially with this pitcher, because you can see, and that curveball at 64 miles an hour. You know, Justin, maybe it's not too late for me. Maybe Broward College, I could still pitch for them.
I don't think so. I think just based on the insurance principle, they would not allow it.
You know what? You might be right. 68 miles an hour on that pitch.
I think the cutoff would be maybe 40.
I think I might be able to throw a pitch at 64 miles an hour. I think I can do it.
I was able to about 15 years ago at a carnival. I remember that, but don't think I could do that now.
And that one, did it hit him? No, it did not.
Made him shuffle his feet a little bit.
I heard a little something there. I thought maybe it hit him.
Just missed outside, so he walked him.
Candy Long
taking first.
Chiming back in. Nice to have you back, Candy. Candy Long says sidearm and submarine pitchers present such a different look. It throws the batters off for a while, but that the batters will eventually adjust. And I agree with you, Candy. You sound like you know what you're talking about.
Here's Suhel Arias, the third baseman. Had a single in the third.
So first and second and only 1 out here for Miami-Dade. They are back in business again. And that one is rocket. It's a right center field, and it is down for a hit. Here comes the runner around third, and he's going to score easily. Here's the play at second base. He's going to be out at second.
Pushed too hard. But nonetheless, Bach comes all the way around.
So Miami-Dade College puts up the 4th run of the game and also gets Michael Alisea to third base.
Third base, correct.
But Suhel Arias was ill-advised to take that extra base, and he was thrown out at second. Nice RBI hit for Suhel Arias.
So first baseman Christopher Bohr was hit by a pitch in the second and got a nice single in the third.
It's a nice insurance run there, Justin. We needed that. You know, and I think also, you know, if we can figure out a way to manufacture getting Alisea home to get that 5th run, I'd feel even better right now. Ooh, nice changeup. 66 miles an hour on the changeup. Miami-Dade hitters having to wait for that ball to come to them as the pitch is ranging from 62 to 74. There's the 73 mile an hour fastball.
That one seemed to be a bit outside. Got him reaching.
Well, you know, we always say how the lefties have that little slide on their fastball, that little tail, and we saw it there on the fastball from Rodriguez, and there is again that same pitch.
Yeah, if he's going to get him swinging at it once, he's going to keep throwing it. See if he tries to take him inside. Again, caught him. Same pitch.
He struck him out.
Struck him.
And that will do it. But Miami-Dade
does put up another run, Jay.
Gets an insurance run. And now leads 4-0. It has been all Sharks so far here in this game. We appreciate the input from Coach Long's wife, Candy, as she's been giving us input throughout the game, almost like a third broadcaster here today. Anybody else that would like to chime in, feel free to do so, and we will read your comments on the air and react to them accordingly. Remember, keep it clean, folks. Figueroa comes out for his 6th inning of work today. You got a pitch count? Thanks. So one of our spotters has just told us that Figueroa has only thrown 54 pitches so far. Very, very impressive performance. We're gonna have a substitute here as number 23 has come in as a substitute for Broward College and has hit the ball hard and foul. My apologies, that is not a substitute. 23 is Hendricks, and we had him as number 3, but he is in fact number 23, so Hendricks still the leadoff man and pounds that one into the ground. Bower with the backhand, unable to make the play. So Hendricks in with an infield hit. Very tough play for a first baseman to range to his right that way, especially as a right-handed player. Candy Long says that pitching coach Kevin Long has a great teaching tool in his bullpen to teach off-speed pitches so that the pitcher will see instantly his speed variance. Fastball speed is good, but off-speed throws the batters off nicely. Very well said, Candy. And that one hit him. That is the 3rd hit batter. So San Marty gets hit with the first pitch, and now 2 runners are on. It's going to be Andrew Fernandez, who is 0 for 1, and he was hit by a pitch earlier. Figueroa is just wild enough that you can't dig your feet in against him, but he has pitched a masterful game here today. 2 on and no outs. Miami-Dade up 4-0, top of the 6th inning. Broward College Seahawks have been unable to muster any offense against Gabby Figueroa so far. Big curveball gets away from Alisea, and both runners are going to advance. So 2nd and 3rd now for Fernandez. After the infield hit, the hit batter, and now the wild pitch. Broward College starting to get into this game, Justin, is the bench players starting to get vocal, and they're all at the front of the bench. Fastball, big swing and a miss. He wanted to challenge Fernandez with his 90-mile-an-hour fastball there. Joanzi Ramirez said, let's go Shark. Another wild pitch. And he's got to be careful here not to let the second runner score. So Broward College gets on the board. It was an infield single, a hit batter, and now 2 consecutive wild pitches have scored the first run of the game for Broward College. Source of concern, Justin?
Absolutely. They just got that insurance run, did they not?
Not me. I'm not concerned.
No, the wild pitches are concerning. But
fastball, beautiful pitch, just missed.
let's see, the Seahawks are on the board and threatening to put up another one.
Well, you don't want to give them any confidence, that's for sure.
No, absolutely not. I think Figueroa is going to settle in here.
Low, ball 4.
Oh, maybe not.
And that is the first walk of the game for Figueroa. And we see action in the bullpen.
Yes, I'm not surprised at all.
Well, you know,
I don't think he's in jeopardy of being pulled this inning.
Figueroa pitched 5 flawless, beautiful innings.
Flawless except for the hit batter and one little single that came in, or one little single, that's it.
But he's been absolutely masterful on the mound. And now in the 6th inning, he's looking human.
He is. I'm sure he's getting tired. He's had some long at-bats, although he's not facing a lot of hitters each time.
Popped up, out of play.
Popped out. We're getting a lot of foul balls, which, as we've seen here, I think we did one game, there must have been 80 balls that were fouled off.
Yeah,
last season.
We did have one game.
It was
where
like a record setter.
They went through like 2 buckets of baseballs. Nice chanting going on from Broward College. We give them an A for effort on that one.
Well, Cawley's their big hitter so far today. Ooh.
Foul tip that one into the glove.
Cawley is their big hitter so far.
Well, we'll see if Figueroa can get out of this mess that he's put himself in. There are no outs. Runners at first and third. 1 run already in for Broward College. So Figueroa has put himself into a mess here.
The 1 run, however, coming on a wild pitch, not...
Which is his own mess.
Oh, yes it is. There's going to be a
Bower
play here.
Again,
There's a
that
play here.
same area. And again.
Oh, it's just outside of the fencing. That was close.
You know, he had a play on it, though, Justin.
He
Even
did.
though it was outside the fencing, I think had he gotten there.
He did, but there's also the 2 palm trees there. It's not a clear situation where he should just easily be able to grab it.
You know,
he's also looking over his shoulder.
It is interesting that those palm trees are in play. Some of those palm fronds
yes, that's true.
are in play.
That's true. Well, maybe someone can knock off some of the dead ones, as we did have a broken light last night over there at Flanagan with a foul ball. So you never know. They'll knock some of that back. All right, chance is up for Cawley.
And he puts that in place. He's going to score another run.
Short.
Will they trade 2 outs for a run? Yes, they will. So Miami-Dade College gets the double play. And now there are no runners on base, but Broward College pushes across a 2nd run. And now Miami-Dade College leading 4-2.
So now each team has pulled off a double play with the 6-4-3. Okay, so no one on. 2 outs for Iosvani Castaneda.
You got to love the way Alisea frames that fastball on the outside part of the plate there.
Castaneda got hit in his last at bat in the 4th inning. He made his way to first. Well, that one's chopped to second base right at him, Jay.
That will do it. But Broward College
Cuts the lead in half.
put some action on the board here, and it results in 2 runs and, more importantly, Justin, a boost of confidence.
Absolutely a boost of confidence. They think that they can force a pitching change from the Sharks.
And they may very well.
They may. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the Coach Price decides to do.
I'd like to see what the Sharks are going to do against Rodriguez this inning, because Rodriguez is throwing slower than any of the pitchers I've faced this season in my semi-pro league. And folks, just for those of you who are not familiar, AUBL Miami Semi-Pro Baseball is also broadcasted on the South Florida Broadcast Network, and AUBL Miami boasts some excellent competition. Several players that have been drafted out of AUBL Miami, several ex-professionals. We do have some ex-major leaguers.
That one was 62, 63, yeah, low 60s. But again, although the push at the moment in the major leagues is to go for insane speed, and speed alone is what
Correct.
carries you, a lot of these kids are never going to hit those speeds. But it's their craftiness and the fact that they can have pinpoint accuracy.
And we're never going to see it again, Justin. And that's,
Probably not.
And that's why
Probably
it
not.
saddens me to know that the Greg Maddoxes and the Kyle Hendrickses of the world are an extinct, becoming extinct breed.
Well, since it's all speed, my guess is that the careers will be shorter that we'll wind up seeing. Or else we'll see, can't recall the guy's name, you might remember from Major League, who has to use all kinds of tricks on the ball to get it over the plate.
Yeah, it was the gray-haired pitcher.
Yeah,
that,
there was some ointment used and some all kinds of different things.
We're not in any way saying that any of you pitchers out there should be doctoring the baseball at all, but
That was the only way he was going to get a strike on anyone, as he had played far too long. And like I was saying, I don't think we're going to see anybody like that anymore, because these pitchers trying to throw at 100 miles an hour.
like the
Gonna
Phil
have far less-
Necros of the world with the Emery board that came out of his pocket.
Right.
Bert Beholm by Bly-Levin falls in that category.
What's
That's
that
popped
under?
up.
What's that under the brim of your hat that you keep wiping on the ball? Nice play.
So 1 out in the inning. You know, the
Pops
thing
out
that's
to third.
concerning here, Justin, is those 2 runs kind of took the wind out of the Miami-Dade Sharks.
That's how it appears at the moment, as Bickle flew out
They gotta
to third.
get that momentum back and
Well, here
figure
comes
out a way
Pablo
to
Gonzalez. He's
manufacture
taking
that.
over for the DH spot. For Juan Marcano was the guy that we were told would be DHing. But Pablo Gonzalez has the call, and he did have a single in his last at bat in the 4th.
So Johansi Ramirez says, I am very proud to watch my kids playing. Almanzar Figueroa, Box, Gonzalez, Nico, Sugel, Valoy, and Oviedo. We are supporting from the Dominican Republic. Dream big. So thank you for those comments.
I'm glad they're able to watch it from the
Yep.
Dominican Republic.
And that one hit hard in the
Nice.
hole. Another hit.
That's a nice
That
shot.
is the exact same hit that Gonzalez had back
In the 4th?
in the 4th. It almost in the exact same spot, almost the exact same trajectory. So with 1 on and 1 out, it's going to be Matthew Stevens, who has been tearing the cover off of the baseball today. In his first 2 at-bats, he doubled in the 3rd and hit what I had errantly called a double.
A double in the 4th.
In the 4th.
And it was only the wind that prevented it from being so.
And slices that one in the
That's
left
gonna
field,
drop.
and that's going to be a base hit. So the Sharks putting a couple of hits together here in the 6th.
So as we were saying, it's all about the momentum, which at the moment has shifted back to the Sharks.
Well, you know what the Sharks are doing, and what we just saw in those last 2 at-bats? They're not trying to hit home runs. They're just
as they should,
putting the ball in play, squaring up the baseball.
Yeah, the home runs in this stadium are few and far between.
Well, it's got to be, you know, what we refer as the death of 1,000 cuts. You have to do it that way, and you need to keep cutting. You can't try to hit a 5-run home run with no one on base.
Right.
And we're gonna have a courtesy runner here for Miami-Dade College, as Cameron Wells will come in to run for
Pablo
Gonzalez.
Okay.
We'll see if he's replaced or if that is just a courtesy runner situation. But Cameron Wells, now the runner at second. And Justin, this opens an opportunity to steal third. So keep your eyes very closely on Wells, because you know Price isn't going to put a slow runner for a fast runner, right? So
usually not. I would agree with that.
Popped up to left field.
Although Wells has no stolen bases on the season, doesn't mean he's not going to try for one here.
Makes the catch, and now he won't be trying, because with 2 outs, you don't want to make the third out at third base. So that will take that out of the mix. Ralphie Almanzar pops up to left field. And David Crawford, who is 0 for 2 with a walk, now steps in. Crawford this season hitting .333 with a .437 on base percentage. Lefty on lefty action here, and he hits that one to center field, and this should be the third out, and it will. That will do it. So the Sharks go down and leave 2 runners on. They strand a pair. Gonzalez and Stevens both with hits in the inning, but the Sharks unable to capitalize, and Sharks continuing to lead the Seahawks 4-2 here at Miami-Dade College. But Justin, I feel this sway of momentum and I don't like it.
Okay. Well, like you said, you're going all in with the Sharks. I mean, I'm a fan as well, but I do have family ties to Broward College as well. So
okay, Justin, right now, nobody wants to know about your family ties to Broward College.
Oh, maybe somebody in Broward does.
Everybody wants to know that the Miami-Dade College Sharks are going to win.
I can't give assurances like that. The game is 4-2.
That is what we're here for.
It's for. If it was 9-2, I would say yes.
We are here for the Sharks, and I won't hear anything about anything else other than the Sharks. I do have the ability to mute your mic, you know.
You do, but you didn't when they played Eastern Florida State, and I went on a whole tirade about how I went to that school in both incarnations, as well as this school.
We have a new pitcher on the mound.
I'm also probably one of the only people here who's worked at this school.
New pitcher on the mound for Miami-Dade College.
Who's this guy? Looks like 22.
Blake Baker, and I believe we saw him in our last game, Justin. Wasn't he the starter in our... Yes.
Yes,
Blake Baker was the starter in the game that we did here back 2 weeks ago. And he pitched a great game. So Blake Baker here to what I believe, Justin, will be a closeout. I think they're looking at Baker to finish this game out. I don't think this is a setup role.
So you think he's a 3-inning closer?
Well, he threw 5 innings in the game that we saw back here a few weeks ago. So why not?
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. By your logic, he could absolutely be a 3-inning closer. You just don't usually see those in games, but you're saying you think he's going to go 3.
I do.
Okay.
I do. Baker this season, 20 innings pitched. He's got a 1-1 record, 4.59 ERA. 21 strikeouts against 12 walks, so about a 2-to-1 ratio strikeout to walk. Throws the ball hard. Big, tall right-hander. All arms and elbows and deceiving motion coming at you. And the scouts have made their way towards the front fence, so I think they want to get a look at Baker as well. That one came in at 92, Justin, so Baker showing his velocity right now.
One short of the new benchmark in the major leagues.
The benchmark that Justin is referring to is 93 miles an hour, which, folks, if you are interested in becoming a major league pitcher and you cannot throw 93 miles an hour, you will not set foot on a baseball field in any professional organization these days.
Well, he had 93 on his last practice throw there, so he's right on schedule. So we'll get our first look today at Blake Baker.
A lot of action on the text line.
Eddie Arteaga at the plate for the Seahawks.
Andy Basora says supporting Miami-Dade Sharks from the Dominican Republic, and we're glad that you are. Glad to have you with us, and glad that we can bring the action to the Dominican Republic and everywhere in the world. Dominican Republic, of course, a hotbed of baseball, as I'm sure as he's watching our game, Andy can look out his window and see 4 different baseball games going on.
Back.
As in the Dominican Republic, I think nowadays when you have a baby in the Dominican Republic, I think the doctor hands you a wooden bat. Maybe even a glove.
Well, they are putting out some talent
right
from
at
the Dominican
Broward,
Republic.
first base. Nice play over there.
Play.
1 out in the inning. Blake Baker was on his horse and able to get over there quickly. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing, Justin. Dominican Republic, not a very large country, and we're seeing such a massive influx.
Right, it's half an island, if I'm correct.
Of players coming into the major leagues from such a tiny part of the world. Fastball in for a strike, and you can see in Baker's delivery how his left and his right arms move in that motion, and it makes it so hard to pick up the baseball. He's all arms and elbows and knees and hips, and it just makes it so hard to pick up the ball. Reminds me of a pitcher who also pitches in the similar style as Ralph Corrales. Used to be the pitching coach of Killian High School.
Big swing and a miss. That was a nice looking pitch.
Hope you're watching, Ralphie.
All right, cameras are out, guns are out. Blake Baker's in the spotlight. No, it just missed inside. Came in at 94, I believe.
We'll try to keep an eye on the gun.
It jumps so fast.
The problem, folks, that since you folks aren't here to see it, is this radar gun. It shows the velocity and then it goes away so quickly. You have to really look at it right as the pitch is coming in, which is hard for us here in the booth. There's the curveball, and that one came in at 74. So a big difference in velocity between the curveball and the fastball for Baker. Baker has pitched the most innings for Miami-Dade this season. He's pitched 20 innings plus this season. Fastball, 92 miles an hour, and that one hit hard for a base hit up the middle. Nice hit there from Jesse De La Cruz, the third baseman. And now it'll be Chase Ashby, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Chase Ashby just happy that Figueroa's not in anymore, as he struck out looking in his last at-bat and popped up to third in his first at-bat. I'm sure the entire bench was happy just to see someone other than Figueroa take the mound. Go to first. Looked like that one went in at 92 over to Borer, who looks back at Baker and says, you know, I've got a first baseman's glove, not a catcher's glove, right? And that one looked like a two-seam fastball. That one came in at 91 miles an hour. Lots of scouts with radar guns here, as that one came in at 81. That was a changeup. Almost hit him. This game has slowed to a crawl. Baker snap throw to first.
Runner goes.
And that fastball is tipped into the glove, and he is out at second.
So now 2 down. Ashby at the plate. Count is 1-2 to Ashby.
Nice throw from Alicea to throw out Jesse De La Cruz.
And we are in the top of the 7th. Miami-Dade Sharks leading the Broward College Seahawks 4-2.
And there's that fastball on the inside part of the plate, and he struck him out. 1-2-3 unconventional inning for Baker. No runs.
2 in a row looking for Ashby. I think the coach is going to be telling him. I think Broderick's going to be saying, hey, that bat off your shoulder.
You know, I tell my players, Justin, in my league, and I run the Dade Diamondbacks in AUBL Miami. The one thing I always tell my hitters is I don't care how many pitches you take when you have 0 or 1 strike on you. You can take as many pitches as you like. I don't care how patient you want to be, but when you get 2 strikes on you, I want you swinging at least 2 or 3 baseballs off of the plate. Especially my better hitters. That drives me crazy when I've got my number 3 hitter looking at strike 3 on a pitch that's borderline, and then he comes and complains that it wasn't a strike. You know, swing at it. I don't care if it's a strike. You got 2 strikes on you. Swing at the pitch.
And even if technically it wasn't, it was obviously close enough to where the umpires saw it as being a strike.
New pitcher for the Seahawks.
8. So this is Danny Alvarez.
Daniel Bonsanti. 15 innings pitched this season, 2.35 ERA, a 1-1 record. 16 strikeouts against 7 walks.
Oh, you are correct. That is number 6.
So it's a 4-2 Sharks lead going into the bottom of the 6th inning. And now a little meeting with Coach Price
7.
and the umpires. Excuse me, bottom 7.
Feels like it might still be the bottom of 6, the way everything slowed down in that last inning there.
Or it could feel like we're in the 10th. I mean, we're going at such a slow pace now. This game was cruising when Gabby Figueroa and Zach Sprankle were on the mound. The game had a nice pace to it, and this game has slowed to a crawl here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hopefully now the Miami-Dade Sharks can pick up some more runs. as it will be Jose Bach with his third left-handed at-bat today. He had one right-handed at-bat that he had a single back in the 5th. And that one ripped to right field, going back, and it is foul. He got a hold of that one. Justin, you know one thing about Bach that's really impressive is his swing is almost identical from both sides of the plate. Usually with a switch hitter, they favor one side or their swing looks a little different from different sides. His swing looks identical. A 66-mile-an-hour curveball is left way outside. I think Broward College might need some flamethrowers, Justin. This is the second pitcher that's thrown with less velocity.
Could be. Well, Bonsanti's got 16 strikeouts on the season and 7 walks.
That one's 80 miles an hour.
That's going to get down.
A base hit.
Nice hit for Bach. That's his second hit of the day.
Coach Broderick, I am available. I might even still have some eligibility.
So Michael Alisea.
How does that work, Justin? If you haven't played 4 years of college baseball.
Well, no. In your case, I'm sure at 50 years of age, they would want you to redshirt, and therefore you'd be good for 5 years.
There you go.
So. But yes, yeah, it's 4 normally or 5 if you're redshirted.
And that one
just
looked
missed
like
him.
It was going to hit him. So Alisea, who's already had a good day today, grounded to short in the 1st, doubled and scored in the 3rd, and walked in the 5th. And now with no outs in the 7th, is up with a runner at first, Jose Bach, and no outs. So this is a great opportunity for Miami-Dade to add to that 4-2 lead.
Runner goes.
On a curveball, it's going to be hard.
Did he get in?
And he's out at second.
He didn't make it.
So Alisea now will take his at-bat with no runners on and 1 out.
It's twice they've been denied second base. Alisea with a shot.
Going back.
Center.
But the wind will hold it up. And he
makes
holding
the catch.
Up
almost everything going out there.
A.J. Hendricks glided back, easily made the catch in center field.
So Suhel Arias is 2 for 3 on the day. He does have 2 singles. .82 on that pitch.
Curveball, that one's 66 miles an hour.
So 20-mile-an-hour drop between 2 types of pitches there.
And that's what you want. I mean, even if you don't throw hard,
oh yeah,
just
you got to change it up.
Having that change of speed can make all the difference. Fastball.
It's at 81.
You know, when you throw that curveball at 66, it makes that fastball look like it's 90.
Right. It sure does.
That's a nice pitch right down Broadway. 79 miles an hour on that 2-seam fastball. Coach Price imploring his players to get moving here and get some motivation. 2 outs, nobody on. That one hit hard, but right at the shortstop, up and over to first, and he got him. That will do it. Another unconventional 1-2-3 inning. And Miami-Dade continues to lead this game 4-2. We go to the top of the 8th inning. You are watching Miami-Dade College Sharks baseball on the South Florida Broadcast Network.
I'm going to stretch for a second. As we head to the 8th.
And another new pitcher here for Miami-Dade College. Justin, I believe we saw this pitcher last time as well. It is
Lefty.
Jesus Veloy Sanchez.
Yes, we did.
So I was wrong. I'm not too big of a man, or I'm a big enough man.
To admit it. Okay.
I'm a big enough man. I'm a big enough man to admit it. I was wrong, and Baker did not finish the game.
So he was not a 3-inning closer?
He was a 1-inning setup guy.
Hey, that's important too, though.
Veloy Sanchez, 16 and 2/3 innings pitched, 6.48 ERA. He's given up 27 hits this season in the 16.2 innings. So he's given up a lot of hits. But you know, the one thing we noticed about him last time is he throws strikes, and that's what Coach Price really and Coach Long really want out of him. 20 strikeouts against only 3 walks. So you know he's going to put the ball in play, or maybe not. You know, he's got a 10.8 strikeout per 9 ratio, which is very high, and we know he's not going to walk people, at least not as a general rule. Nico Montes, 0 for 2 on the day, the number 9 hitter with an ankle brace, covering both areas.
But he has been very busy in the field for the Seahawks.
He has, and he's played very well in the field. So lefty on lefty here. This is going to be a tough matchup for Montes, as we know Jesus is tough on lefties, and he looks at a bunt and looks at a strike. Veloy Sanchez, very, very tough on lefties.
Just missed with that one. Count 1-1.
There's that fastball in for a strike over the outside part of the plate. A nice tailing fastball coming back over the plate, which is an equally tough pitch on that left-handed hitter, Justin, because you give up on that fastball. You see it outside, and then it breaks back over the plate. And there's the breaking ball way out, more of a waste pitch. The count even now at 2-2.
I gotta say, Jay, I'm kind of disappointed here today. This is the last couple of games we've done. I've had ex-major leaguers show up to throw out the first pitch. As we had El Duque, and last night we had Mike Napoli up there at Flanagan.
Are you getting spoiled, Justin?
I think I am.
Big swing and a miss. He struck him out.
These high schools are bringing in the former major leaguers to throw in the first pitch.
Well, of course, Miami-Dade College, not without major leaguers.
That's
so
what I'm saying. That's why I feel kind of disappointed.
Maybe we'll make some phone calls for you, Justin.
All right, perfect. We'll be back on Saturday.
I'll get Coach Price on that right away. I'll tell him Justin wants you to bring a ex-major leaguer in. And again, shows bunt, but able to pull his bat back. Count 1-0.
A.J. Hendricks has accounted for one of the 2 Seahawks runs today.
Yeah, he was a part of that rally back in the 6th inning that swung the momentum at the time. Right at Bower. Bower made a nice play. And Veloy Sanchez able to get there in time and get the out. Well done, both sides. Bower was able to range to his left and go behind the bag at first base. And
however,
flipped it to Veloy Sanchez, but I
have
see
a limping pitcher now.
I see Veloy Sanchez now.
Might be a good time to call time there, Coach. There you go.
So we do have what looks to be a possible injury to Jesus Veloy Sanchez, who's waving off Long.
You can wave him off all he wants. It's a time situation. You need to give him a few seconds here to.
Long did not even flinch when Veloy Sanchez told him to get off the field.
No.
Long said, "Excuse me, son, I'll come out to the field if I want to."
I'll let you know when I'm coming out. You know, it's like when you stub your toe. It hurts for a second or two, and you gotta...
Or when you hit your funny bone.
Yeah, oh yeah. You gotta take a little time, make sure everything's good. No point risking an injury when you can
these
take
first
30
two pitches
seconds.
to Nicholas San Marti are going to be very telling. You know Coach Long is going to be watching these first two pitches very closely. If Veloy Sanchez goes 2-0 here, you may see some action in the bullpen.
Well, here we go.
Especially if they're in the dirt or way out or way up. Oh, he threw a strike. Oh, and he made Veloy Sanchez move. Look at that. That is clever.
That's a nice bunt. Very nice bunt by San Marti.
What do you do when you see a pitcher hurt? You bunt.
And he got Sanchez all twisted around and trying to run backwards to get to that one.
And also because he's a lefty, falling off the wrong side of the mound. So that was a tremendous bunt there.
Here's Andrew Fernandez. He's reached base twice today by being hit by a pitch and a walk. So he has seen first base twice.
Fastball, just missed.
Wow.
Nice tailing action on that fastball. All Fernandez would have been able to do with that is foul it off. Another fastball. Looked like a sinking action fastball there. That one came in at 85 miles an hour. Another fastball tailing away, and that's all you can really do with that, Justin, is just foul it off to the right side. When you've got a great tailing action like Veloy Sanchez, those right-handed hitters have a hard time putting it in play. And if you do try to hit it to the left side, you're just going to roll it over and hit it to shortstop anyways, and Rafael Mansar will just swallow that up, and that'll be the end of it. So 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Runner at first base, Miami-Dade College leading 4-2. And again, got a changeup at 78 miles an hour, and he got him. That will do it. No runs on 1 hit, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Miami-Dade College Sharks leading Broward College Seahawks 4-2. The Seahawks, Justin,
down to 3
are
outs.
down to their final 3 outs.
So we'll see if Dade's going to try to manufacture another insurance run, as they were up 4-0.
Do we have another new pitcher for Broward College? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. 30. Get you that. Colin Kiernan. Is that correct? No. 32. We don't... What number are you seeing, Jay? I am in fact seeing 32. Am I seeing it wrong? Or? I'm seeing 32, but I don't have.
We're gonna have to check out here what we got. I got Dominguez.
Okay, Lloyd Dominguez. Yes.
So this is Dominguez's first action of the season, Justin. That's why we don't have any stats on him.
Okay.
So a little bit of
confusion. We got the name right.
Yeah, a little confusion on our part because we're not accustomed to having a pitcher come in with no stats. But in this case, Dominguez comes in, and this is his first action of the season. So we don't know what to expect from Dominguez here. Broderick may not know what to expect either.
Dominguez 6'6", 220 here. Out of Hialeah, Monsignor Pace High School.
Yeah, Justin, at 6'6", when he stands on that mound, he might as well be 10 feet tall.
Yeah, he is the tallest pitcher for Broward.
Miami-Dade College looks like a pinch hitter coming up. And it looks like number 11 coming to bat for Miami-Dade College is going to be, and I don't have him here.
So Dominguez will be the tallest player unless the Sharks bring in Orlando Ribalto at 6'7".
And we'll get you number 11 for the Sharks momentarily. Fastball low and away for a ball.
This will be Richard Nunez Prado, number 11.
Yes, it is. Richard Nunez Prado. That one low for a ball as well. Nunez Prado hitting 176 this season. But Justin, noteworthy is he has a .333 on base percentage. So someone very capable of working a count as he's doing right here as 2-0. He might not be swinging here either, and is now 3-0. He might even have a take sign. Oh, yep, he just gave him the take sign. Coach Price gave him the take sign, and I know this because I have the same take sign on my team, which is point to the dugout. If you point to the dugout, that is take. So I can almost guarantee you will not be swinging at this pitch, and he wasn't.
Not.
And that was ball 4.
Okay, no confusion here. This is Jared Pickle.
So a leadoff walk for Nunez Prado.
Pickle reached on a fielder's choice back in the second.
Oh, Danny Price, coach, says step out to Bickle so he can give signs to the runner at first base. And we know how aggressive Coach Price is. Maybe we can ask some of his family over here whether that runner will be stealing. Because we know his wife would know if anyone does.
I know he's very aggressive.
You think?
I know he likes speed.
You think?
So yes, probably you're right.
We just heard 2 of the biggest understatements in the history of Miami-Dade College sports. Coach Price, of course, extremely aggressive and absolutely in love with speed. And now a bunt being shown by Bickle, and he pulls the bat back.
Unfortunately, 0 for 3 trying to take second base today for the Sharks. Ooh, that's in for a
Pull the
strike.
bat back there, Justin. I don't know if that was by design. I think Coach Price might be spinning the wheels for everybody right now. So we'll see what ends up happening here. I don't know if this is a sacrifice or a straight steal. Throws to first, and he almost threw it away.
I think they need to be careful with Andrew Fernandez back there behind the plate.
Big swing and a miss at that one.
He's been gunning them down today.
Our radar gun has been shut off. So
Yes, it was saying low battery.
we have not been able to.
Not going to mention the company, but someone should call them and say, hey, I need a gun that'll make it 9 innings for the entire baseball game.
Curveball fouled straight back. That's a good bit of hitting there by Bickle.
What do you need? We're out. What do you need?
My phone is.
Okay. I'll take mine out. Mine's at 100. Okay.
That one hit hard down the line and foul.
Just missed.
The Hidalgo says Mario Figueroa desde Villa Melia Gabriel Figueroa. And that one hit down the right field line. It's going to be a fair ball. It's going to go into the corner. Rounding second and on his way to third. Rounding first and on his way to second. And now the throw gets away. This is going to score a run. Nunez Prado comes in with the 5th run of the game for Miami-Dade College. Bickle in with a double, an RBI double. We absolutely needed that run, as that now makes it a 3-run lead for the Miami-Dade College Sharks. Momentum squarely with the Sharks right now.
We've had another hitting change, though.
As
this is number 12.
The Seahawks down to their final 3 outs, and the Sharks still putting runs on the board. They're not done yet. There are no outs right now, and Bickle in scoring position.
So Cameron Wells is in at bat now.
And that was the change that we were wondering before, if it was an actual change.
Now we know.
Or if it
wasn't just for running purposes only.
Yes, so Wells was the replacement, in fact, for Gonzalez in the batting order, and we weren't sure of that at the time. But he is in a great position here, Justin.
Go Cam, let's go 1-2.
So this is the 3rd batter that we've seen in this batting slot. Remember, when the game started, we had Juan Marcano in that slot, which was changed before Marcano ever got to hit. And Pablo Gonzalez went 2 for 2 in that slot, hit the ball very hard both times. Surprised that Coach Price took him out. How hard he was hitting the ball. He may have been the most consistent hitter today for Miami-Dade. It really goes to show you what a deep roster Coach Price has and how much faith he has in all of his players. A real testament to, Miami-Dade College Sharks being a team in every sense of the word. Fastball in for strike 3. He struck him out looking. 1 out in the inning. And now the other person on Miami-Dade that has hit the ball very, very hard today is Matt Stevens. Stevens doubled and scored in the 3rd, hit a rocket for an out in the 4th that I had errantly called a double, and then in the 6th went opposite for a base hit.
And in the 3rd, he had that jogging stolen base as well as his nice double that he hit. And that's what allowed him to come around when Rafi Almanzar got a hold of it for a double in his next at-bat.
The jogging to 3rd you're talking about, Justin, is when the fake bunt had drawn in the 3rd baseman.
Correct.
And there was no one home.
Right. He was behind the
He could have walked to 3rd. And there's a nice pitch in for a strike.
Caught the outside again. Count now 1-1 to Stevens. And the wind seems to be even increasing at this point, as the American flag is now flapping right at us instead of moving somewhat south.
Curveball outside for a ball. Big situation here for Dade, trying to put insurance on the board.
Oh.
Foul tipped it into the glove.
Okay, Matt. Hang in there.
Count now 2-2.
Hang in there, Matt.
That was a hard pitch to hit, Justin. That was a
That tied
riding
him up.
fastball. Twisted and tied him up. Nasty there.
He had to step out of the box to reset after that one. Count 2-2 now to Stevens. Time called.
The wind was more of a factor earlier than it is now. The wind has subsided somewhat.
But it is coming right at us.
Hit hard, but right at second baseman, up and over to first, and he got him. And that will be the second out of the inning. So,
Advance the runner over to third.
which again, you know, like we saw back in the third inning, can be of some consequence because we saw an infield hit score a run.
That
It
we
was-
did.
it
So
was-
that worked the same as a bunt would have.
It was at the time Sujel Arias had scored Michael Alisea with 2 outs, with Alisea at third base on an infield hit.
And here's Rafi Almanzar, the shortstop. He's been busy in the field as well as at the plate.
Inside and low. 2 outs in the inning. 5-2. Miami-Dade leading. 1 run in this inning.
Count 2-0 to Almanzar.
Fouled right back out.
Right back at us now. Count now 2-1.
Waning moments here at Miami-Dade College. Big swing and a miss. Count even 2-2. 2s are wild. 2-2 with 2 outs. It was a very well-pitched game today from Gabby Figueroa.
Just outside. Full
Snap
count.
throw to third base, and he's back in time. It was really, Justin, the tone was set early by Gabby Figueroa in this game that got the offense eventually started for Miami-Dade. It was the third inning when Miami-Dade put 3 doubles together for 3 runs and really haven't looked back. Broward College was able to put up 2 runs in the 6th inning, but Miami-Dade has really had a strong hold on this game. And
Just
he
missed. He walked
him.
him.
Top of the order now, it'll be David Crawford, lefty on lefty here, and quick visit from Broderick. I heard Danny Price, which means the other team, the Broward College
Heard him as
Seahawks,
well.
heard him say, "You're taking one here." So taking one to me means giving a chance for Rafi Almanzar to steal second base. You have 2 outs here. That runner at third could be a critical insurance run here. it makes you wonder if Coach Price is going to try and steal second here with Rafi Almanzar with good speed at first base. Good lead over there. He's got a 6-7 foot lead at first base with a lefty pitcher on the mound. This is not easy, Justin. Huge lead over there. And you can see Broward College is thinking the same thing we are. Big, big lead at first base. Runner.
Oh, it's a wild one, and that's going to bring one
It's going
in.
to score a run. Oh, boy, that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Miami-Dade, and they will get that 6th run across the board anyways. So Jared Bickle comes in to score on the wild pitch. Rafi Almanzar makes his way to second base, and now Miami-Dade up 4 runs. And Crawford now will hit with a runner at second with 2 outs. Hit right at the second baseman, up and over to first, and he got him. That will do it. But Miami-Dade puts up 2 important runs here in the 8th inning.
I'd be shocked if we get to see the Sharks bat again. I would be shocked.
Well, let's not count any chickens or wherever we are. We're in Kendall. I was going to say
they have less outs available than runs needed.
I was going to say that's true. I was going to say if we were in Hialeah, we can count chickens, but here in Kendall, I don't know what we're supposed to be counting. We can count palm trees out here, I guess. Let's not count our palm trees yet. 34 takes the mound for Miami-Dade College, and we'll get you the information right now.
Orlando Ribalta.
Orlando Ribalta, 11 2/3 innings pitched this season, 3.86 ERA, 17 strikeouts against 5 walks, so a better than 3-to-1 ratio, strikeouts to walks. Ribalta also getting a look-see from all of the scouts here. Throwing over 90 miles an hour is Ribalta. And a good-looking curveball from Ribalta. We saw him pitch here a couple of weeks ago as well. A tall, stocky right-hander with power. Broward College down to their final 3 outs, and like my partner very eloquently stated, Broward College needs more runs than they have outs available. So no small ball here, folks.
No.
You are not trading any outs for runs at this point. If you're Broward College, you need to move runners around. You need to get runners on base, and Miami-Dade College, every out is going to be a big out here. We got our radar gun back, Justin. We'll see how hard
that way.
We'll see how hard Ribalta's throwing. I'm guessing in the 92-93 range. Again, for those of you just joining us, 92, you will not play Major League Baseball. 93, you have half of a chance.
So here's Jack Cawley again.
'92.
So a little under MLB standard.
Jose Sanchez says, Diego Othani, vamos, Miami-Dade.
Ooh,
Another 92 mile an hour fastball. There's that fastball again at 92. So consistent 92 mile an hour fastball from Ribalta. And popped up.
again.
Almanzar. No, yes it is. Almanzar makes the catch. So Cowley, the first out of the inning, and now 2 outs left. Miami-Dade are 2 outs away from winning this game and going to 13-10 and evening their conference record at 2-2.
It was Vani Castaneda.
If Miami-Dade's able to hold on to this game, it is a well-earned victory for Miami-Dade.
93, Jay.
So there you go. Now he's eligible.
However, his previous 3 were all at 92, so he's always close to it, even if he's not on it.
Another one, 92. I mean, with good movement.
Yeah, this is serious velocity.
So these are not flat fastballs coming in. There is movement.
No. But this is what the scouts are here for. We now have 5 radar guns going. 91.
Fastball, 91. Curveball.
81.
That thing dropped. Good movement on that curveball at 81 miles an hour.
'93.
93 miles an hour.
Shortstop.
Almanzar over to first. Well done. 2 outs in the inning. Miami-Dade 1 out away. Eddie Arteaga, 0 for 3 on the day, will come to hit.
All right, last out for the Seahawks. '93.
93 on the fastball, but that fastball had great movement on it. Another fastball,
93
and again at 93 miles an hour, and again with good movement.
Yeah, this kid's got some stuff.
Now Broward College
no
down
question about it.
To their final out. That one hit hard, but right at the center fielder and down for a base hit. So we'll delay the celebration for 1 batter. And Jesse De La Cruz, who is 2 for 3 on the day, has been shut down going to second base twice, trying to steal.
Correct. That he has.
And both times Chase Ashby struck out looking in each of those at-bats.
Yes, he did. We'll see if he'll get another chance to bat today or not. Oh, I'm sorry, we have a change here. It's number 14, Jay. We have a batting change. This is Jack Cawley. How is that possible? 24. My bad. Tyler Hall. This is Tyler Hall stepping in for De La Cruz.
So it is in fact Tyler Hall hitting 105 so far this season in 19 at-bats. So he's had a hard time getting hits this season, only 2 hits, and he struck out 8 times.
2 out, 1 on.
It's a lot of pressure to put on somebody as the last out of the game.
It is.
To be a pinch hitter. Especially when De La Cruz had such a good day.
Just missed with that.
You know,
one,
we're not
apparently.
talking about replacing a guy who was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. We're
Right.
talking about replacing basically the one guy who had a really good day for Broward College.
Very true. That one's fouled back.
Had a good swing on that one. That didn't like a 105 hitter to me.
That one hit the equipment shed over there.
wind picking up now.
Oh yeah.
This is as strong as we've seen it today. And also, it seems to have shifted a little bit and coming in from center and left field.
Count 1 and 2 to Hall.
Hits that one down the left side and
Nice
foul.
play.
Broderick fires it back into Ribalta. Getting a little chilly out here, folks. Temperature feels like it's dipping into the 60s. As we expected.
It says Lou.
Big swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that will do it. Miami-Dade College finishes it off. Ribalta gets the strikeout. And Miami-Dade College defeats Broward College 6-2.
Great game.
It was a well-played game all the way around for Miami-Dade College today, starting with starting pitcher Gabby Figueroa. And there were 5 pitchers used by Miami-Dade College today. The final score was 6-2 in favor of the Sharks. It was a well-played team effort today from Coach Price and the Miami-Dade College Sharks. Good pitching, good defense, and excellent hitting today, as the Sharks were able to put 3 runs across in the 3rd inning on 3 doubles, adding 1 run in the 5th on a few hits. Michael Alisea had a double in the 3rd. Matthew Stevens had a double, and Rafael Mansar had a double. Those were the 3 doubles in the 3rd inning. Jose Bach and Sujel Arias had hits in the 5th inning to score a run. And then in the 8th inning, it was Jared Bickle with an RBI double, and eventually came around to score the 2 final runs in the 6th inning. We want to thank everybody for joining us today. It was our pleasure to bring it to you.
And we'll do it again on Saturday.
We will be back here on Saturday when these 2 teams will square off once again here at Miami-Dade College. It will be Broward College versus Miami-Dade College here at Miami-Dade College on Saturday at 1 p.m. And we will bring it to you. For myself, Jay Hayback, and my broadcast partner, Justin Bresner, we want to thank everybody for joining us here today. We want to thank everybody that made this broadcast possible, including our spotter, Emilio Sierra.
Thank you.
And we will see you next time on the South Florida Broadcast Network.
Yeah. No, I guess not. Yeah, he moves so fast.